What up, what up, what up? It's your boy, the Serious Celibate. Place your love in yourself before you ever place it in somebody else. Self love is often the solution, and self talk. But basically, we are at 19 days of SR and no weed. What a time, what a time, you know? And I just want to let you guys know that what I'm really going to talk about today is you care too much. I was posting, then I started caring a little bit too much about posting and I stopped posting. Sometimes you might care about something and it keeps you going, but I realized most of the time people care too much and they want something. And I don't know if you guys have heard the concept of pedestalizing something when you put something above you. Now it's like when you chase a woman, she's running away from you. When you chase money for years and years and years, sometimes money's running away from you. You have to be what you have to be. I know you've heard this a lot, attracting, but what you want should want you. And when you care too much, what you want can't want you. You care too much because you're in a position of pain. You don't actually want to care that much. A lot of times when people care a lot, it's actually what they're saying is that they're in a position of pain. And sometimes you're in a position of pain and you have to care to get out of that position of pain, but you can't care so much all the time. For most people, some people they can care a lot till the end of their days, but at one point you got to realize that if something is yours, if something is for you, why are you stressing? Some things in life are going to choose you because you have a gift. Why are you stressing? Sometimes things and this is all in the realm of creating your reality and things that you want, right? I'm not talking about sometimes, some people, they might have bad karma, they might be cursed or bad things happen to you. I'm talking about the things that you want should want you, and some things in life choose you. And you don't notice because you only care about whatever you want. But what I'm trying to say is a lot of y'all care out of a position of pain. You don't really care. You're just in a position that I don't want to be broke. I don't want to be lonely. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be hurting. But what you got to understand is you got to develop a certain detachment. Not like a certain apathy, because sometimes people they're in such pain that they act like they don't care, and then they almost stop caring about being alive, period. It's not what I'm trying to tell you. It's just you care too much. Too much of anything is bad. You care too much. I started caring too much about posting and all this stuff, and then it stopped me from posting. You know what I'm saying? It's just like, bro, I like do what you do for the catalog, not the congratulations, if what you're trying to do is actually be different from who you used to be. Because some people, they just want something and they're going to get that thing, but they didn't change, so that thing will fade away. But if you actually do something to actually understand what you're doing and get better at what you're doing, then you're likely going to become a better person, because, or rather a different person, because that person who actually knows how to do what you would like to do is not who you are. So pick things that you can tell that there's a certain amount of passion, but passion is a luxury, right? I love that because not everybody's passionate, but pick something that you have an interest, pick something that you can do, because the things that you want as well, you have to be willing to work for harder. You have to be able to work harder for the things that you want than your desire for them. So it's not about how bad you want something, it's about how much you're willing to work for what you want. But you don't need to tell yourself, I want this so bad and I'm going to work so hard and I'm going to get it. That helps, but it's for most people, it's not sustainable. What you should do is you got to understand that you care too much because you're in a position of pain. So because you're in a position of pain, what you can do is you need to start to have detachment and start accepting where you're at. You need to start letting go of your desire and start accepting what you want and becoming somebody different instead of just wanting something different. There's levels to this. Wanting something different versus being the person who has it. Wanting something different is level one. Doing something different is level two. Being somebody different is level three. You want to be at level three because when you are somebody different, you will do different, you will get different. But imagine you're the same person as you were yesterday trying to get something different. It's going to feel like such a force, and you're going to keep on caring and caring so much, I want that, but you're not doing different. You're doing the same thing and expecting different results, and you don't see that you're not you don't see that you're doing the same thing, or you can't understand how to do the same thing because you're being the same person. And to be a different person, you need to learn how to relax. You need to learn how to um, change from a place of pain to a place of power, a place of forcing to a place of power, a place, go from a place of pain to passion. It's about transmutation. It's about relaxing. It's about visualizing. It's about getting to a point where, like, think about it like this. You want to know how I've really begun to really change my life monetarily, emotionally? Like, I'll tell you, bro, I'm making more money. And this was before I started SR, but I'm making more money. And before I was losing, but now I'm making money. Before I was thinking like, oh, whoa, not woe is me. I was actually just getting girls after, I had a breakup because I could, but I realized that like I'm getting girls, and it's like, yeah, you're getting something that your lower body wants, but to be honest, you're not fulfilled, and what you want is a different reality, and you're just getting something that you think is different in the same reality. To be in a different reality, you have to be somebody else. So I stopped caring about women. Like, I care, don't get it twisted, I care. But I just thought to myself, like, I was placing too much energy on that. And it's the same thing with, like, if you want to make money, that's all you care about. Sometimes you make money, but it's either not sustainable, or you're not in a good vibration, you don't feel good. And detachment is understanding that, like, yo, if you really know who you are and who if you picture who you're being, and you really start to feel different, and feeling differently comes from, first of all, you're not trying to add on to what you feel, you're trying to let go. And to let go, sometimes you just need to accept first off. It's like it's almost like a rope is around your hand, and you're saying that, okay, I'm gonna run fast, but this rope is tied to a big ass rock, and you just don't want to let go so you can run fast and be somebody else. So you definitely want to be somebody else, but first and foremost, stop caring so much. Wherever you care a lot in life, ask yourself, why do you care so much? Trust me, you know what a cool person is? A cool person is somebody that like almost is like, you look at them and they just seem like they're chill, cool, chill. See how it's kind of like, it's not too fiery. It's not saying that you can't be intense. It's not saying that you can't be passionate and calm, but you got to learn serenity and calmness. And that's the best level for you to affect your subconscious. Like, I'll tell you, you got to start sowing seeds in your subconscious. And you do that with meditation, with prayers, with visualization, understanding your self-image. A lot of it has to do with also just closing your eyes and going within. But I'll tell you one thing. My life started to change when I couldn't see different. I didn't just care so much about, oh, I really, really care. It was just like, bro, like, really, really care is like you're screaming at somebody who's mute. But when you just can't see anything different and you say that this is who I am, now it's almost like you learn sign language. It's just different. And I realized, like, when I tell myself, look at it this way, I cannot see it a different way. When I say I'm doing something, for example, right now that most people can't do to make money, or like see my attention, it's because there is no plan B. All I see is plan A. And when all you see is plan A, it's like you can't see anything different. It's like you persist in the reality that you want to be in, and you reject anything that's not in that reality. It's almost a tunnel vision. And I really am starting to get that. I'm almost on 20 days of SR, but these are things that I already knew before I started SR. So that's why I'm on SR. It's like I already knew I was becoming a different person. But SR just helps the clarity. No weed helps the clarity. And it's, you care too much. Some of y'all care too much. And that's what happened. That's why I stopped posting videos every day, because I was caring too much. And that's the big lesson that I wanted to share with you guys. You can't care too much about anything. You're living on borrowed time. You buy a house, it's not even your house. The bank can take it away from you. Your car, you buy it, but it's just something that, like, when you die, you're gonna take your car with you. Doesn't mean don't enjoy this life. It just means that don't care too much. And if you care too much, that can be good. But I'm saying that a lot of people care too much because they're in pain. And you don't want to be in pain forever. I really realized that you care too much because you're in pain. So it's not you actually caring, it's you just wanting to get out of a position of pain. So you start focusing your energy on something else, saying if you care more about something else, then you'll get different. And you can. But I advise you, like, I just couldn't see any different because I wasn't the same person. Like, Think about it. When you start to see things differently, that means you planted a seed in your subconscious. When you can't see any differently, it's like your subconscious is not really like, it's not really working anything different. You start to see things differently, like as in like I could not see a life different where I'm not. I can't see a life different where I'm not smoking. Sorry, I can't see a life different where I am smoking and I'm doing a bunch of lustful things right now. I can't see it any differently, and I also thank Jesus Christ, my Lord and Savior. I know I have to be real. I know the Bible's been tampered with a lot, but like, bro, when you actually understand Christ consciousness, it's like God is really in you, bro. And I don't care if I only get one view on this. See, I was caring about the views and all that. I don't care. Like, I could take these videos down. They're almost like just an open journal. I don't care. So just don't care too much. Stop operating out of pain for a lot of y'all. Some people, it's not always that. So I'm really sleepy, but I just had to make this video for you guys. I'm trying to go to sleep early, but you know what? The old me wouldn't be able to go to sleep right now. So I don't want to make this video too long, man. Just place the love within yourself and it'll open your eyes. You care so much about things outside of you and not what's inside of you. Crazy. Stop this. I could say a lot more, but we'll leave it at that. Peace.